Well guys, Donda's finally out. And I thought it would be cool if I ranked every Donda song from worst to best. First things first, I'm not going to include Donda Chant in this ranking, because that's not really a song, more like an interlude. And I guess it's not really an interlude, it's more of like an intro. You know what I mean. This is one man's opinion on YouTube, so yes, take this as absolute 100% truth. Alright, let's start this. 22, Tell the Vision. Oh my god. Something about this song seems like unfinished. It seems like it's trying to gear up to like this beat drop, but there's no beat drop whatsoever. I am curious how this even made it the album in the first place. This has to be like a joke, right? Like an inside joke Kanye put in there, but I don't know. The fact that you could still hear white noise to this track, you'd still hear white noise on Pop Smoke's verse. It's hilarious. It's funny. And I'm going to give Kanye the benefit of the doubt and believe that this is a joke. Okay, so immediately we have a big step up. Part 1s and Part 2s on the same caliber, because although there are some differences when it comes to Part 1 and Part 2 of these bonus tracks, I believe there are enough similarities to put them on the same spot. Junya Parts 1 and 2 are fine. There's nothing really offensive about it, and Playboi Carti's feature is really appreciated. I just think he fares better more in Off the Grid. Once again, this song is fine, nothing too special in my eyes, but maybe different for you. God Breathed. This song gives me some Yeezus vibes, and that's pretty good actually, because I love Yeezus. I actually do like the song, and from here on out, I think the songs get progressively better and better. The bass though, that's one of the best parts of this song. Jonah. Once again, another decent song with another decent hook. However, these past few tracks have been kind of forgettable compared to the rest of the songs on the record. Praise God. This might be a controversial pick. Once again, this isn't a bad song by any means, it's fine once again, but on the other hand, it's not too memorable compared to the highs of this record. I like Baby Keem's feature though, I think it's pretty good. Okay, we're starting to get to the more memorable tracks. Okay Okay Part 2. I really like Okay Okay Part 2. I think Part 2 is better than Part 1. Kanye brought this Jamaican artist named Shensia, and I really like her feature. I think it's what really defines Okay Okay and helps propel it into a more memorable status. New Again. I really like the synth. It reminds me of something like, say, I don't know, Graduation. Like Graduation meets Jesus is King. This track is just really Kanye having fun, and honestly, that's just a fantastic thing to hear. From here on out, the tracks are fairly good, like above good. I would even consider them great. And coming in at number 15, Lord I Need You, although the song may be very short, I still find it to be very sweet. It's Kanye grown in his faith, understanding that he is not alone. It's a hint of a vulnerable Ye that we're going to see more often by the end of the album. Jesus Lord, Parts 1 and 2. This is Kanye looking at his past emotional damage and healing from it. Being the longest track off the record, the Larry Hoover feature and story is very inspiring and fascinating to me. It is with Kanye and Larry Hoover's faith that they are able to ascend past any troubles whatsoever. Donda off of Donda. This is beautiful. This song pays tribute to his late mother by using a clip of her. Kanye truly loved his mom like no other human being on earth. And the fact that he made an entire album in tribute of her is just simply beautiful. Heaven and Hell. I don't see many people talking about this one, and I really think there should be a discussion about this one. That beat drop is insane. Honestly, I think this is one of the more underrated tracks on the album, and the way it builds up is like crazy. This song truly is a vibe. Keep My Spirit Alive. Maybe a little too higher for some people's liking, but this one was pretty good. It's about looking at the past and understanding where you've been. It is to learn from these experiences and to keep faith while progressing forward. I just think it has a nice message, and the track is pretty good as well. The next 10 are phenomenal tracks on the record. 24 is what Jesus is King should have been. To me, I interpret the song being about unexpected deaths. It is the belief that despite hardship and whatever may come next, in the end it is all going to be okay. I just keep hearing the line from the song, "We're gonna be okay. We're gonna be okay." It's just the optimism is off the charts, and it really makes me feel good. A very beautiful song. No Child Left Behind. This is a fantastic closer to the album and just so angelic. Literally, when I first heard this for the first time, I got straight chills. Whenever I listen to this, it feels like I'm floating, and very few songs have managed to accomplish that, so props to you, Kanye. Jail, Parts 1 and 2. What a way to start off the album. One of the more hyped tracks from the record. I really appreciate this track. Part 2, however, is very controversial, what with the recent accusations against Marilyn Manson and DaBaby's recent comments. It could have been way more controversial because Donald Trump was rumored to have been asked to be there while this song was playing at the concert event the other day. Either way, this is probably the most chaotic track on the entire album. It's catchy and a little bit all over the place in terms of its versions, but that Jay-Z feature is really good. However, I will say that the only one going to jail is probably Marilyn over here. These next 7 songs are honestly a pretty hard toss-up. Yeah, the highs on this record are really, really high. Hurricane is probably the catchiest song off the record, and is probably going to be the biggest hit of it. The Weeknd feature, phenomenal. I think it complements the original really well. Kanye's humming is very Kanye, and Lil Baby's feature is also really appreciated. This song is probably going to be on repeat on my Spotify for the next month or two. Off the Grid. This is a fan favorite for many off the album. I think it was pretty good. The way the bass comes in when 5EO comes in, it's pretty good. I guess I could take this as a moment to really appreciate the features Kanye has on this album. Travis Scott, Cardi, The Weeknd, 5EO, and that's really barely scratching the surface here with the features. This track will be talked about for many years following this album's release. Sincere is what I would describe the track Pure Soul as on the album. Kanye raps about being chosen here, that out of all these people, out of everybody there is in the world, he was the one chosen to be the one and only Kanye West. With a catchy beat, combined with an overall theme of success and avoiding temptation, not to mention an amazing outro with Shinsi, this track is really just a good vibe. Okay, so I can talk about many things when it comes to the song Remote Control. I could talk about how this song commentates on how futuristic our society has become in the year 2021. I could talk about that amazing melody and even that mesmerizing whistle that appears in this song. But one thing that I will talk about this amazing track is the feature at the end. You know what I'm talking about. The Glob. I knew this was going to be featured on the album judging by the listening party the other day, I just didn't know what song it was going to appear in. So prior to the album's release, Video Game Ducky made a live stream in which he joked about the Glob appearing on the album. Cut to a couple weeks later, during the live listening party, the Glob actually does appear on the album. The theory goes that Kanye saw this clip and thought it was pretty funny and edited it in last minute. It is quite a possibility that Kanye West watches Video Game Ducky. So let me just say that the Lauryn Hill sample really helps define this song. Believe What I Say is my 3rd favorite track off the album, and it was pretty close between the 3 of them. A song about not caring about what other people say, it is also a song realizing that Kanye doesn't have all the answers quite yet. It is the nicest song on the album with its vibe, and one of the most catchiest ones at that. Seriously, this is gonna be stuck in my head for weeks. Moon is a delicate ballad between Dawn and Cudi, a song that hits really well at night. The moon symbolizes our own personal peace. For Kanye, that personal peace, known as the moon, is seeing his mom once again. Although the moon is far away and unreachable at this moment, one day he'll get to that special location. For one day, he'll be with that special someone once again. For now, he'll stay planted on planet Earth and stare at that beaming moon. Here go all your problems again. The night is always darkest before the dawn. Come to Life is Kanye's love ballad that discusses the relationship with Kim Kardashian. It is the complicated emotions that come with love, with Kanye claiming he's upset when she's home, and upset when she's away from him. It is not until it is all over when he realizes he should have been better towards her. He wishes that he had listened more to Kim's emotions via all these public outbursts within the past few years, and wishes at times he was someone else so that he could have been better towards her and his children. Come to Life is the most raw track on the record, with a piano that sends chills down my spine. The way Kanye says that God is alive promotes the idea that despite all these difficulties, there is a hope that it will all work out at the end of everything. Nothing is forever, and no one thing can define him as a human being. I've been Zeepstered, and Come to Life is my favorite song off of Donda. I'll see you later. I wanna go to the moon. Don't leave so soon. How could I get through?